Here we are with an estimated 400-player Smoke and Steel League event tonight. Our first round is going to be the Hagerstown Turnpike between the 10th United States and the Missouri State Guard, followed up by the Nicodemus Hill between the 12th Virginia and the 7th Michigan. Here are the current rankings for the Smoke and Steel League event. The points show the actual rankings between everyone in their own division. The ELO ranking is everyone compared against each other with an algorithm, so that is an unofficial ranking. And with that being said, our regiments for tonight are as follows, and the actual server population for tonight is 400, dead on. CSA right now outnumber the Union side by 10, now 9. In terms of artillery, both sides have the option. CSA taking 8, Union taking 7, so the infantry in balance is going to be 8 in favor of the CSA side. Frontline reporters for today, representing our Union perspective on the ground, you have Corded here from the 6th Louisiana, and on the CSA side, we have Seasoning here from the 12th Virginia. Appreciate these guys so we could see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. Thank you to Soundwave and Programmer from 7th Michigan as well for wanting to help, but there were some technical issues there. So, anyways, co-commentating with me tonight, we have Gamer. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm the Gamer. I lead the First Texas. I've led it now for over 3 years. I've done a lot of Eagle casts. I used to do the Eagle podcast, and Eagle just confirmed to me that we are going to be doing another Sussy versus Dragons with Eagle.
This is news to me. I'm very excited.
You just found out.
I know. I do.
No, I just made
the
that up.
The greatest Dungeons and Dragons.
We're doing it anyway. We're doing it anyway. I'm telling Red. If Red wins, we're doing it. I like MSG's strategy just off the bat because MSG, well, you had to redo the intro. MSG brought up 2 Core and Sussy, and 2 Core and Sussy have lined up here in the front, and they're in a pretty strong, pretty solid line, and they're all shooting out, and they caught 12th VA almost with their pants down, loading their rifles, and they had to run all the way back. You can see them on the south end of the road, back at that fence. They've got a big lineup outside in all this open space, and usually I think that's the proper strategy for Union on this map, is to take advantage of that big open space on what would be the Union's left side of the map, CSA right, and you can absolutely shoot it out with CSA because both of your companies have rifles, and only really both of the companies for CSA have rifles, but honestly, you're taking buck and ball. You're always taking buck and ball.
Yeah.
Even though, I should take a rifle, but hell, buck and ball. Why not?
So, a little bit about the map. 14% ticket advantage to the attacking Union side, kind of the weapons that Gamer was talking about. You have the 14th Brooklyn on the Union side with the Enfield, and the 6th Wisconsin with the option of the Lorenz and the Springfield 61. CSA defense, they have the 9th Louisiana with the option of the Springfield 55, and as Gamer mentioned as well, that buck and ball Springfield 42 shoots like a shotgun. And they also have the 1st Louisiana Zouave Regiment with the Mississippi. So, I mean, you talked about strategy a little bit, Gamer, for Union side. Any thought on CSA strategy to respond to what Union's doing? This is a huge
One strategy thing that I think is kind of a miss, to be honest, is that they've got their Zouaves in the woods, and over on the far left side, I think it's 10th U.S. is the other Zouave regiment. You can see there by the big Tree of Life, by the big hill. They have their Zouave regiments almost the farthest away, and the ones in the woods are going to have issues with getting clear shots, whereas out in the open, out by the guns, you can see all the regiments that probably have buck and ball right now that are shooting out, probably 200-yard shots against rifles. It's definitely a mismatch, but I'm assuming they're loading buck and ball just to be ready for any kind of charge, which looks like with Union strategy is going to take a long time for that to happen.
I mean, I'm looking at the CSA guns right now, and it's kind of a mix of people taking the Springfield 42 and not. So, and I mean, if Union's going to make this a shootout, CSA, at least for now, should spawn in, you would think, with the rifles. But, of course, you never know when Union could push up. But I do agree with Gamer. I mean, Union spreading out across the whole map, getting a lot of fire down. We can see the tickets already. Union slightly ahead. And so CSA is going to have to make those micro adjustments to try to react. But man, it's a beautiful sight. 400 players covering the entire map. Don't see this too often.
I will say, though, this is a very standard plan from 10th US. When I went to Cord, I was like, hey, guys, could I have strat sketches? Just so I could see what the plans were, so I could commentate better. I'm not going to leak them. And there were some big no's from 10th US. And so, I mean, I'll see what the plan is here. I don't know if they have something hidden in the back pocket here. But, I mean, looking at the strat from MSG here, this is very I mean, Hagerstown Turnpike, you can't really do too much different on it, but very interesting, very basic map, I would say. Very much comes down to execution rather than strategy, unlike our second map for the night, Nicodemus Hill.
But that's a fair and balanced map, Nicodemus Hill. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that comes down, I think, more to strategy than execution.
I would agree with that. I mean, this is like a medium-sized map, but I mean, it's either you go in the open field on Union left and shoot it out, which they have there, or you go on the Union right where that little hill is and shoot it out, and then charge in later when CSA get close to breaking, or charge whenever you want, but generally you wait till breaking.
Looks like two core. Look at Archer. Look at Archer right on the middle road. They might be moving. They're all lined up. The guys behind aren't moving, but Archer's moving up. Maybe they might make a play on point. They might try to go for a little bit of an early cap, try to pull CSA forward into position for them to shoot at them. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Union being up on tickets probably doesn't want to early cap yet, just because if they early cap and CSA retakes the point, they'll regain a good amount of tickets to be even with the Union side. So, I mean, CSA slowly backing up. Maybe Union doesn't care, though.
Here they go.
Yeah, they're pushing in.
Here they go. I think maybe even just to bait the cap, just to pretend like, hey, you know, come to us.
You think CSA would run out of the woods to prevent a cap altogether?
I think at the very least, I think that maybe 23rd New York or CB, who are both pretty close, might be told, hey, can you go get on cap and try to prevent them from capping? Because certainly for CSA, even losing out on 3 or 4 minutes of cap time can be significant. I've seen this map come down to time a few times. And for your defender, time is of the essence, certainly. And it's definitely a balance in favor of Union, but it's not a big swing in Union's favor. I'll say that. It's a very small advantage. And if you can get the tickets down, even if you get both sides to engage by the time they recap, with 37 minutes left, engaged gives the attackers a lot of time to work with.
So it looks like they will do the early cap. Black timer stops, gold timer begins. If Union holds for all 20 minutes, they outright take the game. CSA, though, has a chance to retake. And if they're down on tickets, which they currently are, and retake the point, they'll regain up to where Union's at and be even with them. So we'll see how aggressive CSA wants. As Gamers has mentioned, right, time is of the essence for the CSA. As a defender, your job is to get that black timer down to 0. And what is it doing right now? Not doing that. So you generally want to take the retake the point as quickly as possible. On top of the time reason, right, Union has a lot of tickets right now, and the more this counterattack, the longer it takes, Union's going to drop more and more and more, which means CSA can't regain to as high as they would probably want. So,
if you look here all the way to the north by the hill, you can see that CSA has advanced up on the left flank and are now firing rifle shots into the side of 7th Michigan out on Victory Hill. I know it's not technically Victory Hill on this map, but it's the big hill that you get victory if you take it over. So very much so possibly an interesting abbreviation and change to the plan for CSA in order to try to stop USA from taking that black timer and taking advantage of it, which it looks like there are people who are moving up towards point.
It's 10th US. Go figure.
Yep, it's their map, it's their plan. They're saying, hey, we'll move up to point, we'll stand out, we'll spread it out, and we'll try to recap because, you know, USA is not going to contest this point, but they got to stand out in the open to do it. And they're going to get a little bit of tickets back. They'll get maybe 10% of a stage back, but when they're running away, they're going to be shot to shit. And that might benefit the CSA a little bit. Looks like 2 Corps has shifted over to the hill, and it looks like they're trying to put themselves in position to shoot it out with some of these guys in CB.
Charge on the north side of the map. What was
interesting.
TKO is being charged. Rather,
TKO is being pushed out. Yeah, I mean, TKO kind of deserves to get meleeed for being there, low key. It's kind of a position you wouldn't expect them to be in as USA.
7th Michigan's moving into assist. They're completely outnumbered though.
I don't think that's a good play. They're going to get shit on.
I think it's a great play. Union's up on tickets. CSA's about to regain. And if these guys all die, that means CSA can't regain as many tickets as they would want. Although CSA didn't retake. They just got shot to crap.
Yeah. Certainly the only issue with that is, well, the retake didn't happen, but you put yourself in a position where all those resources, all those people have to die and respawn. And that can lose you a minute of time on the attack, where you've got to get everybody back respawned, you got to get them together, and you've got to retake your position behind the hill where you can get shot at getting there.
That's assuming.
And now
it looks like
59th is pushing the guns. Oh my. Well, that would certainly shut down a lot of the typical strategies on this map if you don't have access to artillery as the attackers.
Warren Brigade now on point, 30th Ohio, trying to retake. Looks like they're going to try to finish what 10th US started. And
I wonder if 10th US just got shot to pieces. I think that could be a possibility.
So CSA is heavily pushing the Union right now, trying to take advantage of Union charging forward. CSA regaining little tickets, black timer continues, and close shootout, but no charges yet. 7th Michigan moved to retake their flag. They will.
This is certainly a fine place to be in for the attacker, even though there's a little bit of a ticket advantage for the CSA. Oh my. If you look all the way to the north, this is a really aggressive position, 459. This is a great spot to be in, I think, as long as they don't get charged, and it looks like that's going to happen eventually. So rightfully, they're pulling out from that position. But they've shut down the artillery for a little bit. They've certainly messed with the artillery's plan of moving those caissons up, and now they can return back to what is to them a safe position. And
2 Corps and 23rd NYV are charging. Victory Hill.
Very interesting, very interesting. It looks like as they're doing that, they're also getting countercharged from the side by some of 8th Ohio here. So very much so a mixed melee. And that gives Sussy time to put great shots into those flags and kill those respawning Yankees, which they're doing quite a good job of it and forcing those flags back.
So Union hits engage. CSA will, have some reinforcements roll up and clear the charge on Victory Hill. 9th LA is going to try to charge out the rest of 2 Corps there, and they will, and back off.
In the chat, Pineapple Warrior just almost called out artillery. Have they shot a shot at left? Question mark. Just 1 or 2 responded by a JD gentleman. Said wild, which I can understand. I mean, they're out in the open. That's kind of a place where you'd want to burst some shots over them. It's not too far. They're not close enough where they're outside of airburst distance. So it's interesting that they're only focusing their artillery on that one side.
The CSA left, you're saying?
The USA left, CSA right.
Like they're CSA artillery shooting that?
CSA artillery shooting all their shots toward Victory Hill.
Ah.
Which, there is, if you look where 7th Michigan and 2 Corps are, that would be a pretty juicy spot to line a shell up at. Let's see if they do it.
They got the angle. Low elevation, too. Although...
And it's interesting how much Sussy is really throwing a wrench into the plans of 2 Corps, TKO, and 7th Michigan here on this what is the right side for Union, and really messing with the opportunity for artillery to do their job. And for artillery, it's hard to tell guys, hey, you're not in a position to be on guns right now. And I think just from not in a position as a unit leader, but in a position as a leader of men, where you've got to say, hey, sorry, I don't know. Let's say you're playing Artie right now, Eagle. Hey, sorry, Eagle, you can't play the role that you signed up to my regiment to play. It's a tough call to make. And so, these are going to be providing some good tickets for CSA, and they provided a decent bit of swing back at tickets in their favor. And now CSA goes back into the woods, lets Union retake that position. But they've burnt a lot of time for artillery to move the guns, and a lot of time for artillery to start making an impact on the map for USA. Based on how, if you look at how 10th US here in the middle of the CSA line are spread out, they could be absolutely blasted by artillery here. And so the more time that artillery is not shooting them, the better. And it looks like Union is putting a smaller force in to try to retake the open field. TKO moving in on that north side.
Yeah, 7th Michigan looks like they're backing them up as well. And they got a nice little hill here that they can use as cover if they want to back up a little bit. They got defilade.
Yeah, that really certainly helps what CSA would want to do, because you're shooting, you do have the defilade cover, and they are standing on top of it. But if you just look at the kind of shots that have to be made, although they're being made at the red-legged Devils, so, the red pants make it a little more difficult to have those shots land as true as they would want to. Make it a little more difficult to take advantage of that concealment, but they're using what they got. You didn't, when you wake up in the morning, you don't decide what pants you wear. It's true. It's true. If you're waking up for work, think about it.
Like, you just, are you saying you don't think what pants you're gonna wear? You just pick a pants?
You just pick a pair of khakis, and you're like, okay, I got to go to work
You know,
today.
okay. My opinion of you just went way up because you said khakis.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and you can have khakis of different colors, but you gotta have, you gotta have some khakis or some dress pants or something.
Way better than jeans.
Yeah, I don't own a single pair of jeans.
I do only because I was required to wear some for some marching band stuff in college.
Interesting. I got rid of all my jeans like 8 years ago, and I never looked back.
Real. Screw jeans.
Maybe 7 years ago, but I never liked them. And so I was like, okay, I'll wear something more comfortable, which you don't think of khakis as comfortable, but I think they're comfortable.
I think they are too.
They keep you warm, especially really easy to wear sweatpants under khakis, or you can get khakis that have sweatpants like right in them. It's great. And as you can see now, it looks like TKO is getting really far on that left side, all the way to the north.
Yeah,
Interesting. I mean,
bounds. I don't know if I've
they're,
seen
yeah,
Union
really
go
close
that
to that out of bounds. Yeah, this is kind of a almost a no man's land. They're barely in bounds, kind of a no man's land for them. And with how far back the CSA is into this wood line, man, it is not easy for them to get those shots off. And although the underbrush probably benefits Union and the defilade benefits Union, it's not good shots for anybody. And that's a benefit for the defender and not the attacker. And it looks like now we've got some people moving. It looks like there's going to be a charge onto point from 2 Corps.
Yeah, I'm
right
surprised.
Never mind.
That Union hasn't tried to do the early cap again. I mean, if they're playing this for a shootout and playing it, for a lot of time, they need to keep early capping it to stop that black time or keep drawing CSA out, keep bringing everyone's tickets down. Because, I mean, the Union was getting a good ticket lead to start the match, but now that CSA is really falling back, that ticket lead, Union's still getting it, but it's not as significant.
And 2 Corps is using 5th VA, led by Starr, for the exact purpose that really, if you're going for early caps, you should be using them for, of just having them sit in that kind of bush area. And it looks like they're sitting in that bush area, now joined by a couple AVC guys, a couple 7th Ohio guys. Just sit in that bush area, and I wouldn't even be opposed to them staying there. Make a large group come out to get you. If a group like, although 10th US has polled, man, they polled almost... I can't do math. That's like, what, 32? That's a pretty decently sized group. Make them come out to get you, rather than if they wanted to send, like, 20 guys from maybe CB. It's a lot different. A lot different for one of CB's regiments. And it puts them in a position where you're baiting more of the enemy into you.
Agree with that entirely. Although it looks like some of them starting to back off. Good amount of those Union guys staying there. So that gold timer is now at 12 minutes instead of 20 minutes, since the defenders are now engaged instead of battle ready. But overall, same thing still applies.
A lot of movement of people moving into the woods. Interestingly enough, it looks like CB's 30th Ohio and 3rd California and 8th Ohio are all moving into the wood line, led by Womp Womp here. Has Womp Womp ever come into your Discord and eaten a hot dog, like, in one bite? He'll do this thing where he turns on the camera. He turns on the camera. He does the check my jawline thing, and then he just fucking throats a glizzy in one bite, and then just, like, without saying anything beyond that, just leaves. And he does his rounds, dude. He does his rounds. He might come to our Discord. He's come to our Discord a couple times and done it. And, I think it was last week, me and Decart were just talking to each other after SSL, and he came in there and he throated that glizzy, and then I said, hey, you should come to our Discord and do it. He throated his second glizzy.
Wow.
In the Banners Discord. It was crazy.
10th US is pushing out, charging out 5th VA and some 7th Ohio.
It looks like they're pushing those guys off of that position. Only a 7th Ohio guy left. Right there, just crouch in the bush, crouch in that bush. They won't see you. You can stay on the left side of the fence if you're looking from Union side, and you can crouch in that bush. And it's very hard to see you, very hard to see.
The most difficult. Oh, CSA, huge movements on Union right. They're trying to get around them on Victory Hill.
Union's really just blasting that point, making it very difficult to go for a recap, which is what they should be doing. Oh yeah, they're very much so charging all the way on this side, and it looks like they trapped 7 Michigan.
Kill these fuckers. That's right. Run, push them.
Anyone, turn around. We're gonna charge to the rear. Do you know who I am? I am Nate.
Your decoys telling everybody to turn around. We're getting charged in the rear.
There's not many of them left.
It's only a couple people left, and the CSA is closing in. I mean, CSA has lost a fair few bit of tickets with this kind of engagement, but Articus gets the flag out for CSA, and they wipe up all of that advancement there, and now they control Victory Hill. Now they control that left side of the map, and artillery, they've got a gun up, but they don't have a caisson up, and if you don't have a caisson, it's gonna be hard to shoot. So now, if you don't have a gun, it's even harder, but
I mean,
they're moving all the way onto Victory Hill.
CSA are going to regain tickets, so it's not the worst thing in the world if they go down there. And I mean, they have a regiment on point right now getting shot to crap, but it's exactly the point of an early cap if you're Union side, stopping that black timer, causing an engagement, and bringing everyone's tickets down. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely, yeah. The more time that they can burn and the more tickets that they can burn for Union, the better. Provided that they still can find an advantage later on. Which it's been neck and neck. It's been very difficult to find that advantage. There hasn't been a big moment where they break the game open. And so possibly it might make sense for Union to say, hey, let's try this. Let's try to hold as much as we can. And Union's getting really aggressive on the south end of the map as well. You can see FSB is pushing all the way up into what is going to be enemies with buck and ball in the 51st Alabama, who are just laying into them as they move towards that fence. I've been in this position before on that fence, and I got to tell you, like, it's a decent spot, but CSA absolutely has the inside track to come to you. And artillery, if they're really, really good, they can bury a shell in the ground and have it blow up at your feet after a delay. But it's not easy.
So 10th US, who was originally trying to take the point, got shot to crap. Now 30th Ohio is trying to go out there and do it for them. A little more guys than about the same guys as 10th US there, but you'll see if Union tries to shoot him down again. I mean, CSA isn't taking losses, so CSA retakes, they'll regain some tickets, but if Union knocks him into taking losses again, then Union could retake it. It'd be a 7-minute counterattack timer. There's a little charge going on the north side of the map. TKO went in again, trying to potentially get 7th Michigan's down flagged, but CSA hold that, no surprise there.
Yeah, just some tickets being handed off, really lost for Union for that retake. So not the worst thing in the world, but some time being lost certainly for that regiment. Time can
Banners are charging Victory Hill right now.
Right towards Victory Hill. Oh, I can hear Zapstar from afar. Come on, Mike.
That charge will fail out. CSA retakes, black timer continues. Both sides about to be in taking losses. That Union down flag is a 5-minute despawn timer on it. Really any flag that's knocked down, but still might be recoverable.
It looks like on the south side, 12th VA and 51st Alabama has come back in force. They've pushed off those Union defenders who were sitting on that fence, and they've pushed them all the way, what's left, all the way back to now where they're in a position where they're on the rocks and they're on the defilade that's there, a little bit of a natural defilade, where they can just shoot it out from a distance and have that advantage of ammunition. Whereas round ball and buck and ball versus, and I know they have buck and ball because I saw 2 people fall when they were shooting at the fence. Round ball and buck and ball versus the compression balls and Mine balls used by the Yankees.
So if I'm Union, I just keep early capping that point, keep bringing both sides down, and then once it gets close to breaking, CSA is going to somewhat be forced to be near the point, just because if Union captures at that point, they'll automatically win the game. So, I mean...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Union's strat to win this game is fairly straightforward.
Absolutely. I wouldn't even be opposed to Union if they can stack some more people on the left. Now, the thing is that usually the Union right side wouldn't be as much of a concern. It'd be surprising with how many people they have over here, but it really is a testament. I think Banners and 9th LA are playing this excellent in that they've drawn so much of Union's resources over to the left side of the map, which, I mean, you could... From the moment people loaded in this map, they can tell you one thing. There's not a lot of trees on this map. The one place with a lot of trees is the CSA left side. And that cover and that concealment can be very beneficial because it's very easy to shoot a Confederate who's sitting out in the open right by point. It's a lot more difficult when he's got a tree between him and you.
Oh.
And it looks like, yeah, TKO is all the way in that position. They were very far away in that position. And, I mean, not a lot of deaths for Union out here, but not a lot of time is being used effectively on this right. And usually I'd expect them maybe to put 2 core back to where they were before and where things were at the start of the map, where they had almost everybody on this left side, and then have 2 cores 5th VA pop up and take a little bit of an early cap once everybody goes taking losses. But it looks like that's what they're doing just now. And you can see 23rd New York. What does RWB mean? Is that a new
Deckhart
brigade?
told me it's he got some friends from another game, and they formed a brigade for that. So they have their 2 little groups in the brigade. I don't remember the exact name.
Real, maybe.
Women's basketball.
Dude, you're right about that. That's kind of classy, low key. That's kind of classy. Can I get a Caitlin Clark in the comments?
Oh,
you should get Caitlin Clark on here.
Oh, you're gonna say Angel Reese for a second?
No. I would want somebody who knows ball. I would not want missed rebounds in here.
Good man.
She'd just be talking about how one regiment, how they got a lot of rebounds. That's what she'd be saying.
So Union
like
early caps, 7-minute counterattack timer. Union could try to hold it for 7 minutes if they want, but they can keep playing this game of early capping until CSA it's breaking, and then.
I'm a little surprised they're pulling some people back from the point. Now, mind you, it is just JDL, part of JD, pulling back, and they are leaving a couple guys. I don't know, 2 cores pulling back as well. They are pulling a couple people off now. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an idea to maybe leave 10 guys on point in a position where you keep the timer high and you make them stand out in the open for longer to retake that point. And possibly you put yourself in a position where you go, hey, they're only sending 20 guys out there. Let's have our guys in JD charge up and hold point. And now it takes a big effort to dislodge them from point.
I almost wonder, though, if the Union side is just concerned for taking too many casualties, which is why they're not really putting bodies on the point to do what you're saying, which I think is kind of a good idea. Draw more CSA out, but maybe they think too many casualties, not worth it. What we're doing now is working. We're still up or even on tickets, so no need to change.
And it comes down to, like, the situation the people who are sitting in Catbush are in. Like, if you're in a position on Catbush, and now CB is moving up to retake the point, but if you're in a position in that kind of Catbush area where you're able to live and keep the bar full, essentially, you're able to really benefit yourself and benefit the team, because 6 minutes, 7 minutes is a long time.
This guy.
But if you get it down to 2-3 minutes, you get into a great position. You get into a really great position. 2 to 3 minutes, you can say, fuck it, I don't need tickets. I'm gonna go win the game.
Indeed, you could.
Unless Sevi's involved and Sevi says it's time for an infinite overtime, and it doesn't work. You hear that, Sevi?
Let me see if he'll join the call. We can argue this out live.
He's in the middle of pick a patrol, but Sevi's giving up infinite overtime.
Union's pushing out guys to the point.
Yeah, Union's pushing up.
JDL and some other JD.
I don't think that's going to be very successful. There's a lot of people in that Catbush that they don't see. So they are throwing away tickets, which is good, because they're gonna come back no matter what. And CSA is just going to get less tickets. And a great artillery shot. Finally, artillery has come online for the Union. It took quite a long time, but they finally have gotten the opportunity to get it back online.
What's the point, though, of Union sending guys up to retake just to immediately retreat and then immediately push back up there once they're going to retake? I mean, just kind of keep them there at that point, I would think.
That's what I'm saying. Keep them there. Keep a couple people there. Why not? I mean, you had 8 people for Union on artillery, and I think that's the first shot I've seen from them. So you can see the effectiveness of that left side play of taking time from Union's battle plan in order to adjust and put more people to allow your artillery to take advantage of their guns. And interesting, they move up the 12-pounder, the Napoleon. I got to tell you, a lot of artillery people say they like the 3-inch ordnance rifle. That's what they prefer. So surprising, the first gun that's up there is what a lot of people consider the less effective weapon.
I mean, there's 2 Napoleons up there.
Interesting. Oh, there's 2 Napoleons up there. Okay.
That's
Okay.
my favorite because it looks the coolest. That's
It
about
does look the coolest. It does look the coolest. And if you go to any kind of battlefield, it's always going to have that weathered color to it, that almost really bronze Statue of Liberty color. But historically, it did have that beautiful shining color that if you want to see, you got to go to the Gettysburg Foundation's Museum at Gettysburg, and they'll have it. They'll have a really nice shined one.
Oh.
Yeah, they've got a 12-pounder. I don't know if it's an original or not. I forget, but it is shined, so it has that beautiful color. You probably saw it on the trip.
I don't recall. There was the one museum.
On the next trip, you'll see it. On the next trip, you'll see it.
There was a museum we went to that I went off eating lunch with a friend instead. Maybe it was that?
No, that was Beyond the Battle. That was Beyond the Battle. That's another museum. They're not the Gettysburg Foundation. That's the Adams County Historical Society. Or now, sorry, they changed their name. They're Gettysburg History.
We're going to hear the lore of
So they got a
Gettysburg
whole
right
different
now.
name.
We need
You're getting a
the
lot of lore.
Gettysburg Park Tour. Well,
This is what happens. Oh, it looks like we've got people pushing up for CSA. They're saying, hey, we want to get a little bit almost preemptive. And I think that's not the best idea because they're pushing into a lot of people and they're going to really get themselves killed doing that.
You got to retake at some point, though.
They are going to have to retake it, but, wait and see if they're going to pull back or not, because they've been pulling back quite a bit, but maybe they just want to hold it.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we got more people coming. This is a real piecemeal attack now that CB's coming in. I mean, this gives an opportunity for Union to get a little bit of a reload in, to catch the breath, get a couple people spawning on flag, and puts them in a tougher position.
Look at the Union line to the north down the road of point. 2 Corps. They are just slowly inching up, and they're getting an absolutely beautiful flank on the CSA on point.
Yeah, that's a turkey shoot. That's a turkey shoot. I know Jason is saying, oh, yeah. Look at that, boys. Shoot him. I can't do Jason's voice. He's got that sweet drawl.
I hope he joined the right chord call tonight.
Well, Jason was on Union, so I mean, I think he was there. I vaguely remember him being
No,
there.
remember when he
Maybe
showed up in the banners call on Saturday,
yeah.
thinking it was chord?
Yeah. So on Saturday, for anybody who doesn't know, Eagle and one of our guys was in our Discord, and I joined to say hi. And Jason saw me, so he was like, "Fuck it, I'll join." And we were just talking it up, and I'm telling Jason, I'm like, "Hey, Jason, it's
More Unions charging point.
started." Oops, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. We'll finish in a second.
Yeah.
Union's gonna hold that. Anyways, continue. Yes.
And so, I'm telling him, like, hey, Cord started like a minute ago. Get in there. And he's like, this isn't Cord? Ah, shit, man. And then he hopped over there and he sent me a message that was really funny. I'm going to have to go find it.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, Union contested that. JD and AVC 5th VA out there doing that. And, I mean, Union might just try to hold it for 5 minutes. They're seeing if they can. I mean, CSA's tried at this once or twice so far, and it hasn't worked. So, I mean, Union could just outright try to hold this. Or Union could be fine with letting CSA retake. Who knows? I mean, too, right? Union still has a lot of tickets still breaking. We know CSA is going to regain, so maybe Union's just trying to contest it a little longer. Also, just to bring everyone's down tickets more. I mean, time's not really an issue anymore.
Yeah, if Union puts themselves in a position where they have like a half stage or a quarter stage for breaking, and they've got a lot of time on the clock, they can force CSA almost into a position where they have to contest point and they have to be in a more aggressive position, and they can draw out a ticket advantage that way. Beautiful artillery shot, hitting right towards the center of that cap. I saw a good probably 6-7 people go down.
This guy.
And, it was quite good. It was quite good. I'm not even doing it intentionally.
Sure.
That was really what I saw go down.
I don't know.
I didn't even do it intentionally. I don't know. I'm not even doing it intentionally. It's just, it just happens.
We're actually playing a game. Every time we say it, or rather I take a shot, it's over.
Our standing rule in our Discord, I think, and it's not an action, it's never been enforced, but our standing rule is any 6-7 jokes and you get banned.
Wow.
And
Good
so
thing we're not in your Discord.
Maybe I'm getting it out
Speaking
of my system.
them,
it looks like
Sussy
Red's
Brigade.
charging Victory Hill.
He's not being really backed up. Oh, they're starting to come up and over now.
I think with 3 minutes left, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure this is a great call, and they're going to take this position and then sweep towards point. His 2 core's been cutting them up, but you could get very scary time-wise if USA decides that they want to just bail and go and run to point. Because Victory Hill is not on cap, and it looks like a full attack by CSA, ready to retake if those guys in JD don't come up and they stay in the back and keep it shooting out. I mean, it's their prerogative, but you know, this is an opportunity where you can decide: do we want to try to play for the retake on point or play for the tickets, play for the end game?
So Union's holding on Victory Hill right now. Sussy won their charge, but the other side of the hill, Union won that dominantly. It looks like TKO might have gotten charged down. Not a lot of CSA there. CSA drops into braking, but again, they're going to regain tickets. It's what Union's at is what we want to look at. And I mean, Union's not really charging the point yet. There's guys trickling that way, but not a lot.
They're retaking it in force. I'm surprised that these Union gunners, and it's a real mix-up between USA and CSA here, but I'm surprised these Union gunners haven't turned their guns towards point. That is a target-rich environment right there of CB and 10th US and even some 12th VA guys there. And that is a great area to take some shots at.
So, looks like Union's thinking we're going to let CSA retake. Both sides are going to be in a low, taking losses. Then we'll shoot them down into braking, and then push for the point and win. Because, I mean, you can see the whole a lot more CSA now moving out onto the cap point right now.
Yeah, huge CSA, really in force on that cap point. And, I mean, they are going to get tickets back from Union, but the moment they recap that point, Union, I guarantee, is going to blast them and really put them a little bit down in tickets because they got to pull back, and Union can just sit there and shoot them.
Yeah, I agree. Right, Union should be holding fire right now, and then volley. Same thing applies to artillery too. But
I just saw 2 Corps do that exact thing. Beautiful call by Jason. Beautiful.
Indeed.
Very classy by Jason. You know, they call Jason the Caitlin Clark at 2 Corps.
Oh wow.
For how classy he is.
I think I gotta call him that next time I talk to him then.
Yeah, do it up. Who's the Brittany Griner of 2 Corps though? I feel like that's maybe like Star or Corded. What do you think? Maybe Corded, dude. That's totally Corded. Corded is the BG of 2 Corps.
I don't know much about Brittany Griner, but
Brittany Griner is 6'9", 205 pounds, and is really 6'9", 205 pounds. Look it up. Yeah, and is responsible for 90% of WNBA dunks. We made a great trade for her because she won us an Olympic ring.
Great.
So you know she won us a big ring. I mean we traded the Merchant of Death, but you know I think it was worth it.
You're not kidding. 6'9".
Yeah, that's like the real thing. 6'9", 205 pounds. I know ball.
I mean, that's true. Every time I bring up WNBA around you, you know it all.
I really do.
So CSA at breaking. Union caps, they win the game. They have guys on point. I'm surprised Union's not sending the whole team at this point.
Yeah, like CSA is really, really far back. If they keep letting them do this, like just run to point. Just straight up. Just tell JD to run to point. Tell those guys in 2 Corps to charge and try to hit. Oh, now they're charging. Yeah, everybody needs to charge in now if they don't want to lose the game.
ABC's quick timing across the open field for Union. For its point.
Riders, lock in, Ryder, lock in.
I mean, Union in the open field slowly.
I know why they're doing that. They don't want to. They don't want to lose their rifle aim, and they can quick aim and shoot. So it makes sense they're quick timing up, but it looks a little weird.
It does.
I see the vision. But now Union has a great opportunity to not only contest point in this long line close to point, which is really what you want to do because a good portion of JD is right now on point, and they can shoot it out with CSA at the kind of range that they want to.
2 Corps charging point down the road.
Right here. If you start reloading, start shooting. Start reloading, start shooting.
Oh, I hear Zapstar. I hear him.
CSA now notices 2 Corps movement starting to shift that way. And I mean, Union is nearly kind of semicircling around that CSA line. A lot of CSA bulged up in the center there. That's not going to be good for CSA.
Yeah, artillery really has to thread the needle to get shots on point where they need to be putting shots and put shots on this 7th Michigan group that's a little bit northwest of Point, because they're going to have to be the difference maker, because CSA tickets are dropping fast. You could see a pretty decent advantage, and it looks like they've almost got them in a fishbowl here, maybe an L shape. They're trying to give them that L, so they got it in an L shape, but they're really just able to, 7th Michigan's able to shoot at a guy in 10th US, and they might hit a guy in 12th VA, they might hit a guy in 51st Alabama. So they have that opportunity to really shoot down the line.
And CSA's trying to form a line. They're just getting shredded.
They're getting shredded. I mean, Jason's going bowling.
Artie
Jason's
from
going bowling
Union
right now.
Gets a hit.
Yeah, beautiful shot by Union Artie. I mean, I got to say, Union Artie, when they got online, they started making a difference.
I've seen 2 shots.
Pick it up. Good man.
I mean, they started making a day. It was 2 good shots. It's 2 good shots. I haven't seen a lot of shots from, I haven't been paying much attention to CSA Artie, but, right now I don't see CSA Artie shooting. CSA Artie should hit an airburst right on 2-core, and that's your opportunity to be a big difference maker.
They did just
shoot. Because look at the tickets. Look at the tickets. You barely lost maybe a fifth of the stage for
Artie's
USA.
not catching you back up from there. 30th Ohio, 59th, trying to get their flags up.
Probably not, but
this
is over. Probably not, but at the very least, it'll get you some knockdowns.
No, it's over.
Do something. It is probably over. You're right. They're just bayonet and going from spawn. I mean, this is a beautiful, controlled battle plan from Union. It's what you got to do, and I mean, I got to give it to Sussy. Sussy tried to mix up the battle plan. Sussy tried to stop him, but ultimately, they can't win everything. And because CB's on their team, Womp did say in Cord that because CB's on Sussy's team, this is the week that Sussy goes 0-2. So we'll find out about that.
So, huge win there for the Union side. Missouri State Guard getting the win over the 10th United States. Gamer, any thoughts before we get to halftime?
I mean, it was close until it wasn't, until those guys in MSG had them in a position to just win the game. And that's all you need to do is win the game.
It was closed on the tickets, but, how many tickets did CSA regain through early cap recaptures? So, I'm intrigued to look at these kills because it has to be a blowout, especially with what happened there at the end. But, yeah, really good game plan from the Union side. They just kind of surrounded. There's no real. The Union kind of hooked around the CSA left eventually. And CSA can't go out that too far that way because, one, they're going to be standing in the open on the Union far right, or they're going to be out of bounds. So, really good round from Union. And with that all being said, we will see you all shortly here for the second round.
It's tough. And if played right, this is a great attack for USA.
Yeah. See you shortly for round 2. And here we are with the second round. Before we get into this, though, thank you to our YouTube members for your support. Your support is greatly appreciated. And so the sides have switched. We're on the Nicodemus Hill, a fair and balanced map. Server pop 399. Very sad that it ain't 400, but CSA right now initially up by 9 in terms of artillery. Each side has the option. CSA taking 13, Union taking 18. So infantry in balance is going to be 14 in favor of the CSA side. Union attack has a 50% ticket advantage on the map. They have the 15th Massachusetts Regiment with the Lorenz and the 1st Minnesota with the option of the Springfield 55 and the Springfield 61. Meanwhile, CSA Defense, on the other hand, they have the 13th Virginia with the option of the Springfield 55, the Enfield, but more importantly, the Springfield 42. And they also have the 1st Virginia Cavalry, a special regiment who only has 1 flag and 1 company. And they have the Sharps Carbine, the Colt Army, and the Sabre. And just as a quick reminder, the leading sides for this round, 7th Michigan leading the CSA side, 12th Virginia leading the Union side. Anyways, Gamer, your opinion, or the Gamer, I should say. In your opinion, how does each side want to play this map?
I think what CSA is doing right now is exactly what they want to be doing, which is knowing which side the Union is going to attack from. And it looks like they have obviously sussed out that Union is going towards the stone wall on Union left. And this is going to be a bloodbath because they're all here. And the only thing that's not in their favor is that cavalry, surprisingly, is 8 men down. In this event, you're allowed to have 20 cavalrymen, 1 officer, and 1 flag. And so 22 people. They only have 16. They're missing out on 8 pistols and 8 Sharps rifles, which is very interesting. That's a little too few. It's not good. But here comes the Union ready for a frontal charge. I think that it's better to go to the Union right on this map than the Union left. I think the Union left is a lot more difficult a position to take. But we'll see. We'll see what as 2 Corps moves up here and is able to shoot it out with the men in banners.
Whew. That's a barrage. Yeah, here they come. Nice Union already shot. Right on the corner as Union's about to hit the CSA lines.
Oh, Union is just trickling in now.
What on earth is that infernal noise? Keep sweeping through them. Keep sweeping through them. Don't overextend. Don't overextend, boys.
So it seems like the crux of 12th VA's plan, and they've got a lot of people on Artie right now, but the crux of their plan was to all fire a big barrage at the corner of the stone wall when CSA was there and try to kill a good, 50 to 100 people with that, knock the rest of them down, and open up the gap to give them more of an opportunity to charge in. But FSB off to that right side, and ABC off to that right side, and 2 Corps off to that left side makes that very difficult for them. And now they're like charging into Union spawn practically.
Yeah. I mean, ABC, where they're on this far right side, I mean, it's deflated where they're at. And I mean, Union already was able to hit the corner between the stone wall and the snake fence, but, hard shot to hit ABC there, just as you mentioned. So Union's going to reform, ticket slightly in CSA's favor. So Union maybe got to optimize things a little bit. Maybe Union already just has to barrage a little better, but nonetheless, looks like they're going to do it again. What
I can hear them talking about doing it at 39, so they got 1 minute. And see, if the artillery goes a little further, maybe they'll learn from this, maybe they'll do a little better, but it's tough. It's going to be tough to go into basically the strong point of the CSA when they're all there and hoping that Artie isn't going to blast you.
Oh.
Because there are CSA Artie on this map that can do quite well.
Yeah, Union's operating all 10 guns. They're barraging. They just shot 10 shots, and I think only 3 of them hit the stone wall. And, I mean, they got to break that stone wall a little bit, which, I mean, they're starting to with those shots ricocheting. CSA already on the opposite side. Oh, dude. This is awesome to see.
Maybe that's their plan is to try to break the straight rail, try to break the stone wall, and just turn it into a melee fest. But even at that, I think it's a little bit tough because Union has to charge over what is largely kind of an open area if they break the fence and into the waiting arms of the men in CSA. And I've had to play this map as Union many times and had to charge this left side many times, and never seems like it works. But they're trying.
Indeed, tickets are all that matter in the end. And we'll see how it works for them. Here they go again.
And you can see JD's pulled back off the fence. They know. They know the Artie's coming. Oh no, now they go back on the fence.
That was perfect.
Pineapple.
CSA is going to hold that again. CSA countercharging.
There's a couple 12th VA guys confused on the stone wall, and that's all they really got. They went for kind of a split charge here where they had one side go up the snake rail and hit MSG and 2 Corps' location, and the other side try to go for the corner. But with everybody pulling off of the absolute corner, was a lot less effective, and they had that opportunity to say, hey, come to us, we'll just shoot you. It's kind of surprising that Union didn't see that opportunity and file to the right and take the stone wall.
I find it interesting that Union charged that down the snake fence more in the open field, not on that corner. I mean, Union already was able to hit some good shots there because it's a lot easier for them to hit that just from where their position is. So I wonder if that's a thought.
Yep. And you could see two corps out in the open, out in the field here, just kind of skirmishing it out a little bit, trying to get a little bit of an advantage on tickets. What are these couple of, like, I don't know if these guys are supposed to be doing this on the right side. I think they just said, you know, I'm not following the team's plan. I don't want to charge at 36. I don't want to sit in a respawn queue. I'm just going to go watch the right side.
A few 12
and luckily,
guys.
Yeah, I mean it's their token. So I mean, they if they were doing
finally
a
complaint against ourselves.
Well, yeah, you know that. Well, I demand a rematch. I can't do. Let me see if I can do Natty's voice. I'm demanding a rematch. I can't do Natty's voice. That's so bad. Natty, don't get mad at me.
Union's going again. They said 36. Here they go. DSA already's been hitting Union when they leave their spawn in between that and the wood line. Well, DSA already could hit some nice shots in a second.
In one of my first matches, Ferg, one of the best Artie players to ever play the game, one of my first regimental matches, I was feeding shells to Ferg because I was an Artie man, and Ferg was just hitting Union spawn repeatedly. It was beautiful. It was against IVB, and IVB complained about it. You might have been an IVB man at the time. So long ago.
Dude, I can't hear anything with Union chatter as they're charging this. This is awesome.
I never should have listened to Holzendorf.
Yeah, CSA has adjusted really well. This is a lot of credit to 7th Michigan. They knew what to do. They knew to pull back.
Get to the wall and hold the Stay in line.
Union officer! Little officer. He's a little bitch boy.
DSA are going to hold back.
I feel bad for this scratch company people that respawned on the flags that are charging up. Like, it's over. You guys are just feeding tickets. Stop it. Surprisingly, the tickets are relatively even, but it's not always about tickets on this map. Sometimes it's about time.
Yeah.
Sometimes about what you're doing.
Real. Oh, yeah, another held charge. CSA slightly up on tickets as both sides go to an engaged. I mean, you're trying to keep a consistent pace as an attacker throughout the whole match. Maybe trying to hit CSA down to engage by the 30-minute mark is kind of what you want to do. Taking losses 20, breaking 10, last stand 0. Obviously not that way, because if you hit a defender in the last stand at 0, you're probably not winning, but a little quicker than that, but that's the general idea. And I mean, Union's doing fine, I think, on time right now, as long as they keep the aggression up. But tickets, who knows?
And some great Artie shots as the Yankees run away, just getting some extra kills, getting some extra tickets. It works out. And you've got 12th VA Josie Wales here just crouching, shooting at the artillery. I don't think he's really killing anybody, but I mean, he's having fun. A couple people over here just, I mean, if all of these people who are on the rocks, like, went to Newhouse or went to the shack or to the rocks, like, maybe they could get some kills. I mean, you know, I'm surprised that, you know, Union is not even considering this right side. I'm of the opinion that it's a pretty solid idea to go right on this map.
I wonder if they think it'll just be too much artillery firepower and too much buck and ball and stuff. I mean, the trees at least give them a little cover, I guess.
That's the point I always make, is that You know, you're not even fully protected from Artie on CSA right compared to CSA left.
Ooh.
Okay, now it looks like Red said
Yeah.
32-15, push left, then break right. Slam the right side snake rail to wall. Is that 12th VA's plan? I hope so.
I mean, surely.
Slam the... Okay, they're going right side snake rail is what they're trying to hit. So they're going to fake like they're going to go left and then go right. I think Artie's going to turn them into paste doing that. And there are people on point. It's only, you know, some JD guys, some 2-core guys who are on point who have pretty easy shots in the distance. I'm surprised it's not the Cav doing that with the extra accuracy.
Oh, why would they barrage the Union Artie this early unless they think they can get another shot off?
I think that's their plan, especially because 7th Michigan has clued into the fact that, well, we just hold back. Artie is not pre-sighted for that. Is that Pioletti?
I think I saw him in 2-course. Call.
Yeah, that's Pioletti. That's a legend right there.
It is. Yeah, Unions, they're all gunning it to the right now. CSA in the open field. 2-core here, completely caught off guard. Shot the crap. CSA starting to react.
They're pushing towards point. I'm guessing their plan might be to try to maybe think about, hey, can we go for a cap here? Even if it's a little difficult. If they can hold it, it makes things a little more difficult for CSA. Friendly fire Artie.
Down the fence line on our side of the fence, boys. They're on our side of the fence. They're down there. Watch out, these. Watch out.
Nice Artie shot. That cleared up the rest
I
of
saw
you.
a lot of team. I saw a lot of team kills from that. That was a Union Artie shot, I think.
Oh, was it actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that
man.
was Union.
That was such a good shot.
They were just shooting friendlies. Yeah, Union gets cleared out, and CSA pushed people through the woods. Specifically, AVC pushed through the woods towards the flags. And it's interesting, when Union made that charge, they didn't take their flags with them. Like, I think that can be a mistake. If you're not going to take your flags up on a charge, if you keep them so far in the back that you don't want to lose them, you're not going to have the respawns that maybe being on the stone wall on point, having those respawns could have helped them. At least even out the tickets.
And this isn't like, what's the map name? River Crossing, where the CSA flags where they like to spawn the team in is really far away from the main spawn. I mean, Union main spawn is right by where they're forming up. So, I mean, if they push with those flags all the way up and lose them, kind of not the biggest deal, although you'd kind of be forced to charge there.
Yeah, don't bring it to the stone wall, but, like, you know, bring it up into the wood. You can see, like, some of the downed logs or some of the rocks, bring them up there, you know, rather than all the way back on the fence. I think a lot of people just like being flag bearer, and so they're like, you know what, I'm going to stay in the back. I'm not going to lose the flag. And they could be on their phone, they can be watching TikToks instead of trying to watch their wins.
They could be working in War of Rights, but they're TikToking.
That's the truth.
Is this? Would you define this as work, gamer?
I think of War of Rights as work. I really do.
Do you consider everyone playing that to be working, or figure out the definition?
I just realized something. So this is something that is going to have to come up with event admins. So there is one officer on 1st Virginia Cavalry, which is correct. It's 22 maximum. They're up to 18. But 4 officers for 13th Virginia Company A and 4 officers for 13th Virginia Company B. Now, they came up and they said, hey, you know, how many, between those 3 companies, how many officers do we need? And it was maximum of 8. And folks, I count 9 plus. On top of that, the other team has too many officers. They've got 2 per company. And I just learned, apparently this is in the rules, you're not supposed to have artillery officers unless it counts up to that 8. So USA has 10. So CSA would be in some trouble, except USA is in even more trouble as they charge on the left.
Indeed they are. down about a fourth of a stage here. They gotta find a way to do a little better on tickets. Easier said than done, of course. And they're kind of splitting up, mostly going to that stone wall far side again. Well, rip the Union pushing the center. Already just wrecked them.
Beautiful artillery shots, and so piecemeal for the Union. They need to stop when they cross the snake rail.
You're not getting far, boys. You ain't getting far. You're not getting far. All for nothing. This was all for nothing. What have you not learned, you dirty? You think this will work this third time? You think this will work the third time? It's not.
Oh, that's another held charge. Union hit taking losses.
They still got the flags in the back, and somehow, you know, they're not bringing them up, but it's very interesting. I noticed the Union's doing this, and maybe this is because CSA already is threading the needle through the woods and hitting them as they go from the barns into the wood line. But USA is just moving in these long columns, and the negative of that is that the guy with the pistol, or the guy with the buck and ball, or even just if you're a cavalryman and you're reloading your Sharps carbine, you get time to reload or finish your reload and get another shot off. And so if you all come together, you have a better opportunity with that charge.
You think it could be because of the fences? I mean, the Union
little bit.
straight fence, some of it's broken, some of it's not. I mean, there's not a lot of space to hop up and over.
I think some of it's on that, just on that left side somewhat. And I think in addition to that, it's just because of almost an interesting execution with this left side push, where they're not holding for a second when they get over the fence and waiting for a second, waiting for everybody to cross, and then running up to the fence. But I mean, to their credit, I mean, the stone wall is gone. You know, it's 25 minutes left, and a good portion of the stone wall is gone. But, you know, CSA still has a pretty solid advantage, and looks like they're going to charge at 25 here, or 24.50.
I'm surprised the Union hasn't tried to charge in between the two positions that they have charged, right? The extreme CSA right, they've charged many times by now. They've charged kind of the center map following that snake fence in the center anyways. But in between that stone wall, as you just mentioned, it's completely broken, and Union hasn't tried to hit that yet. So, I don't know. I don't know if that'd be better or worse, but something new.
This was 12th EA's map pick, and this was 7th Michigan's side selection.
It's good to know it, actually. Thank you.
I think you're awfully close.
I think I mentioned it earlier, but
You may have,
just, you
I
know, for
don't know.
the experience of the Union troops right now, if you were in this match and you were wondering whose pick was this, well, now you know. And now they're in another long column.
Yeah, there's
As
still
they
guys.
charge, they're not charging together.
Still guys going over that back snake fence.
Stand by.
Oh,
Ready? Stand up and aim. On your feet.
that buck and ball is shredding Union. And I'll be very impressed if the YouTube copyright system can pick up a song and all the chaos that is the noise of these charges.
Yeah, and Union's getting pushed back again, and you know, I've had a lot of discussions with people about the balance of this map, with Agrippa, with that guy who's a McClellan stan in the War of Reds Discord, with Sevi, all about this map. And you know, Sevi thinks that the left side for Union, which is the right side for CSA, should have the woods opened up a little bit more. And you can see the snake fence there. I mean, you could just run down that snake fence and still kind of do the same thing that the CSA is doing right now, of just when they charge, just blast them. So I don't know if opening up that side would really help them.
Like expanding the boundary so it goes further south.
Yeah. Thinking about expanding the boundary a little south. I don't know if that would really help the Union nearly as much. And I think part of the problem is when you charge this USA left side, it never really works out. And when it does work out, you don't really advance your map state all too much. You get one little defilade and you get the hill above point. Whereas I think if you push USA right side, which I mean a couple people in 12th VAR, you get access to a little bit of space that protects you from arty. You're a lot closer to point. You can force them to come to you to recap point. And, you know, you can at least do something to affect their arty, even if you're just shooting their arty. But either way, this isn't the easiest map for Union. And I think some of that comes down to just the way it gets played. Where if you go for these death charges on the left side, it doesn't always work out.
I think expanding that map boundary further south would help out, because Union, they can't really sit in the woods and shoot it out with the CSA side because it's so cramped. If you expanded it wide enough, maybe Union could, may actually sit in the woods and shoot it out. CSA already wouldn't be as big of an issue. If anything, CSA already might team kill more than anything. But
I mean, if you give CSA these woods, I mean, that gives them so much more tactical flexibility to not only protect that side, but also, I could easily see behind one of these defilades, there's a really big bush here that's a little bit southwest of the fence. I can see 10, 15 guys in that bush that charge out and go, hey, buddy, surprise, surprise. And that's a lot of land that Union already can't really affect, but CSA already can quite a bit. They can shoot shots through the trees, whereas Union already, I mean, if you can hit a shot through those trees, all that wood line, it's very tough.
Look at the CSA right. The guy's having a rave.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? It's not. I mean, they're waiting for a charge. It looks like they are. Maybe they listen to me. Maybe they are going right side.
Gamers colluding right now with the Union team.
No, I promise you I'm not. I promise you I'm not. And it looks like CSA is a little bit late to move, but I mean they're moving. It's gonna be a race for the corner. And I mean, if you let them get into the orchard, you're gonna have to stop them from the area behind the orchard by the barn. The worst thing possible for CSA could be that they let Union have that barn and let them have that cover and that protection from rifle fire and artillery fire.
The artillery is going to have to put in work on both sides to make it a little more difficult for each team to get there, which I mean they are.
Artillery is the only thing that can slow these people down.
Union's definitely getting slowed down right now. At least they're very trickled out. So is CSA. CSA is going to barely get there first, though.
And it looks like 51st Alabama is going to the stone wall.
Oh my God, look at all them. We are buds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, CSA has gotten there first.
That guy in game just said it best. So, I mean, you got a good amount of Union. Some are sitting and shooting. Some are trying to charge in. CSA's shutting the door.
Come here. Let's rock.
They've got a little bit of a foothold here for Union behind the wagon shed, I think, behind the garage. Let's just call it the garage, the wagon garage. But I mean, they're being pushed out from it.
Yeah, indeed. Union's got a flag down near the garage, which, looking at it, I agree that's the garage. I never looked at it from this angle. So CSA, some starting to countercharge to completely throw Union out. Union spawning in at main, and they're trying to gun it to the CSA stone wall on the CSA right. And CSA doesn't really realize yet.
Don't get me!
Union flags got to go out of bounds here so that they can despawn and get back in.
This might break their ankles, but MSG is here with the Cav, and that's, you know, that's 17 pistols. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough.
That's a big Union blob. We'll see. CSA finally won.
That's a great move by MSG. I didn't think MSG, beautiful arty shot, but all team killed.
Yeah, it was team
kill. Come on. It's team kills.
Come here, you little shit. You're gonna miss. Come here, you little shit.
There better be, I mean, I see some CSA people running up the hill, but not really fast enough.
How do you miss that? How do you miss that?
Yeah, Union's going to win the corner, but if they don't have those flags, which 3 of them have despawned by this point, and Union's going to have to hold out a little bit before those flags can get there, and that's going to be tricky as CSA from all directions is pouring into this area.
I think if I'm CSA, I mean, I know that the flags are coming. There's still one flag out there sitting there, but the flags aren't there yet. You have a ticket advantage. Get into them, charge, push them off, retake that position, and then you can stabilize.
Yep.
Even if you lose the tickets.
Get in there! Get out of here! Keep going! Spear wall him!
Union is on force on this stone wall here.
Union flag. First one's about to show up. Don't stop in the woods. Keep going.
Well, he doesn't want to die. You know, dying is bad, and you know, sitting in the back, doing nothing is good. I think Union's really burning down some tickets here, and I mean they've established a little bit of a foothold, but for how long?
That's the big question.
It is a slightly positive ticket trade for them, but it's not a real bleeding for CSA.
Union flags are cutting to the center of the map right now. CSA close to breaking. Union can cap and win if CSA are breaking. They do.
Let's hope that CSA is paying attention. It looks like 2 Corps they're running down the hill. They've wiped out everyone who was attacking the stone wall, and now they're going back towards the point.
Let's see. 2 Corps, good pickup from them. CSA eventually realizing starting to ship down. They outnumber Union just on this general area.
Beautiful arty shot.
It ricocheted
Just
off the stone wall.
That was beautiful. Was that a team kill? Yeah, that was a team kill. That was Riley, I think. Yeah, is Riley's on arty, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah, Riley's on Batter Campbell. That was a team kill by arty.
So CSA, some pouring out in the open field. They have the tickets to burn. You get Union flags down as you hit them in the final push. You win this game for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, there is a big blob here, but they've got 2 walls to get over.
I'm so sorry, Crispy. I'm so sorry, Crispy. I'm so fucking sorry. I love you.
I mean, the flags are just running back to spawn. I don't know if they know this, but you can respawn and spawn. You just spawn main. Maybe they don't. Who knows?
Maybe saving for final push.
Maybe. That's my guess.
Which
Well,
they
they're
hit
final
it.
push now.
Clock
They're
goes
final
down
push
to
now.
225.
They should probably have their flags nearby.
Which looks
Maybe they're
like
trying to bring them up the hill.
it looks like they're going to the stone wall again.
Oh, not that stone wall. Come on, not that stone wall again.
CSA's already moving up
TKO's
there.
It's only TKO there, but... Oh, man.
I mean, it's a wide open field. Wherever Union goes, CSA is going to pick up on it, and as long as they have a reasonable response time, they're going to be able to get there and hold the spot, which, I mean, they already are. They're up to 3/4 of a stage with 2 minutes left. That's too much.
You know, it was a great opportunity for Union that they had when they went northwest and they went towards the orchard. And it didn't work out, but, I mean,
I was trying to deceive.
worked out a little bit better than death charging.
Oh, good heavens, they are charging.
Oh, Union cutting from the woods again towards the center of the map. CSA, though, spread out everywhere. And the moment they notice, they'll start shifting back, and they already are.
Yeah, USA is just so spread out in all of their movements, even their charge that they made to the northwest. And granted, that's beneficial when artillery comes into play, but man, I mean, maybe if they were a little more coordinated on the charges, they might have traded better on tickets.
This is awesome to watch, but so many people down there in respawn screens right now, like both the frontline reporters are. Anyways,
You know,
yeah.
maybe this is a really smart play from Corn Brigade for playoffs, because Corn Brigade has always come second place in playoffs. What if their plan is just not to make playoffs?
Ooh, that's ultimate turnaround. Anyways, gamer, quick thoughts as CSA is gonna pull out a win here. So
Game's
2-0
not
for
even
the
over,
Suns.
Eagle. We got 20 more seconds.
No, it's over. We gotta
I know,
cue the end screen.
We gotta cue the music. But yeah, it's over. It's over for Union. Man, I don't know why 12VA picked this map. I don't think they had an amazing plan, but it's, you know, like Doc Guerrier said, they didn't do anything wrong. This map just sucks for Union.
And that can sum up a lot of war rights for you. So, anyways, yeah, real good round. That was really entertaining to watch. Yeah, you don't see 400 players too often, and, you know, it was beautiful. It was awesome. Maybe not for the Union side this round, CSA last round, because they just kind of got manhandled. I mean, understandably.
Frank Barnes of 12th VA, TBH, I thought we were going to pick a different map for our ticket.
RIP. Well,
I did too.
you live and you learn. Start of the season. We still got a couple months. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get early access to all the condensed broadcasts that we post. If you're playing in this match, send me a link to your POV, and I'll put it in the pinned comment of the video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. God bless. And we will see you all in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. And have a wonderful rest of your night. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. See you guys in the next one.
Look at that ratio,
That
Eagle.
big ratio. Huge.